Ladies and gents, we're back as part 2. We will have the rest of time with this gunner and his magnificent mount. Say the rest of the time. He's only got another 20 minutes, give or take, and then he'll be changing over. So I think, based on what we've seen so far in terms of his enforcement, which has been utterly extraordinary. I mean, fair play to the gunner. He's done a sterling job. Not one person has escaped his wrath when they've been naughty. And they're being really careful, look. Because everybody... Here, get ready for this. Oh, goodness me. We just started it. And she's a British civil servant working here on Whitehall. It's utterly extraordinary. I mean... If we Brits can't figure out the fact that there's a box and what it means, then, to be honest, probably shouldn't be so. What's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say I wouldn't say that I'm condescending, because I lavish praise on the majority of people, and it's only when people are overtly stupid that that's highlighted. For example, those idiot kids on Wednesday. Wow. She looked disgusted. I mean, that woman could actually be his boss. Oh, hold on a second. You know who that was? Oh my god. Folks, I just thought to myself, what's going to happen then? That, ladies and gents, in plain clothes. I'm just trying to think, what's the... Gareth, yeah, GSM Stokes. Yeah, that was GSM Stokes, Sergeant Major Stokes, who is the boss on the ground. I thought to myself, hold on a second, yeah, because he sort of suggested forward a teeny bit as though he was about to say something, but then suddenly realised that would have been, I mean, it would have been a classic, but at the same time, not sure I would have published it. Yeah, the optics of that would have been particularly interesting, folks, bearing in mind that GSM Stokes is far senior to this gunner in every respect. But yeah, he could have easily overlooked him. I mean, I only just about recognised him because of how tall he is. Wow, but that was interesting, folks. That's also, I think, the first time I've seen GSM Stokes here. Oh, hold on. Oh, let's stop him. Walk around the box. GSM Stokes here out of uniform. Golly. See, this is why sometimes you think to yourselves, that's why a part 2 is necessary. I'm feeling a little bit sorry for the other horse though, who's feeling somewhat underloved. The gunner's getting proper cheesed off with how many stupid to it, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, I know.
If you didn't see part 1, folks, I'll link to it below. 3 times or 4 times, I lost count. He used the horse to chase Taurus out of the box. I haven't yet obviously seen that footage, but it looked pretty dramatic. It looked like the horse was going to run into the camera at one point. Roughly, give or take 20 minutes. Guys asking me to take a picture with the police. Like, no, get lost. 20 minutes left of this gunner's quite extraordinary hour here in the box. What's that? What do you mean 20 minutes? I thought it was only 10. Everyone now is really wandering around the edge. why did we didn't get there actually? I was thinking about this morning. It's like the usual massive deluge of people from the palace, which for a sunny Friday is pretty unusual, I must say. Yes, it's busy, but not completely chocker. It's really watching everybody, even the people walking this far away from the horse, around the edge of the box. Like in this Peruvian dude's scarf. There's actually a bit of a backlog of tourists now along Whitehall that are starting to pile up. I still can't figure out how it's possible to be out and about without a coat, folks. The other gunner has been completely ignored by everybody, which I feel a bit bad about, to be fair. The thing is though, this chap's got himself quite a reputation. He's only been here for a week. Sorry. He's sort of walking back into tourists. Right, that should in theory be the final rounds for the other changeover. Yeah, it is. Let's have a quick look this time, guys. We haven't had a close look without getting in his face. And the new gunner. Fantastic, eh? Really. That traffic behind him is pretty much what the horses and indeed the public have had to deal with all morning. It's just, I don't know why it's so busy, but it clearly is. It's just constantly chocker. Oh God. This tripod girl who's going to stand in the middle for 2 hours now. Okay, so let's go against the flow briefly. There's a difference at this end. People are just casually strolling through the box with their luggage. Of happy smiley tourists. Myself out of the way. The inquisitive horse that we saw before this one at this end will be back out in roughly 15 minutes. So this part 2 in fact might well end up being as long as part 1. I certainly hope it won't. I don't mean that in a bad way, guys. But, in my defence, tomorrow's forecast is pouring rain, add in the protest, and there's no guarantee I'll be out and about tomorrow, so it wouldn't be a bad idea actually if we get 2 parts today. There's no way as well, if the same gunner at the other end is out tomorrow, he's not going to be sitting astride his horse in the middle of the box if it's peeing down on his head. He just won't do it, and the horse won't stand there for an hour either, getting rained on. what is it that there's so much interest in the other horse? This one is super cute, but everyone, for whatever reason, is posing at the other end. I'm thinking what's happening is that tour groups are coming down the sunshine from Trafalgar Square. And of course they hit the other end first, whereas the people coming from the palace and the mount always come out of the gates here, in front of this horse, but it's not happening today. Oh, horse is out the box yet again, ladies and gents. Very, very, very curious. Anyway, we're going to adopt a slightly different spot. Everyone else filming head on. I am John. I love your channel. You like the channel?
I love your channel, yeah.
Irish
I'm from Dublin, yeah.
Are you from Dublin?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
No, I was just passing by, I just remember your channel. I wonder if he's going to pass by here and see him today. It's good to see a bit of face to the name.
Wow, okay. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah.
Give me tips for improvement. There must be something I can do better.
How did you get your history? There's a question I've been trying to find on the internet for a while. I hope you don't mind me asking. What's the
My history?
Yeah, on the like the horse guards. There's a regiment I've been trying to find on the internet for a long time. I don't know if it exists anymore. Fort Lancaster Regiment.
Goodness gracious. I mean, I would imagine that it's probably amalgamated into either one of the two regiments here now. I mean, I haven't heard of that regiment. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but
Yeah.
I'm not
I don't think it
man.
exists anymore, but I've been trying to find some history on it. Because they spent some time in Ireland.
Ah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that good time in Ireland, or was it like the rest of the British history of Ireland?
Family, no.
Oh, like that, yeah. This is what I'm thinking. Okay. Makes sense.
Just trying to find. Anyway, pleasure to meet you.
Where are you originally? I thought you were Brazilian when you come and said hi. What's your mix? Where's
Mother's side of family are Jamaican, dad's side are Irish.
Ah.
And my father met my mother here when I was, in the 70s, and then moved back to Dublin. And out popped me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I bet you are very popular with the ladies in Dublin, my friend. Yeah?
Have a good day, sir.
Hey, you too. Pleasure. What a super, super nice guy, folks. If I were here with my girlfriend, she would say the same thing as me. He had beautiful eyes. Half Jamaican guy. Really amazing eyes he had, actually. Extraordinary. Thank you for saying hi to me. Much appreciated. Golly, what a morning it's been, people. Now, luckily, we're on the right side. For people posing. Just charged out yet again. Okay, that's Theo's group, this large, tall group. Beautiful light, folks, on the stone, eh? How about that? What's this like? Get away! See, if you get in the box, that soldier's out to scream at you. He's right. Sort of walking up really respectful, with their hands clasped with this kind of stuff. Really respectful now. All of a sudden it went very quiet. Everyone's listening to Theo saying, "Do you want to put a photo?" Sorry, no, after you answer. Go ahead. Second folks, back in the middle. Sorry, I saw a spot. That's a little better. I think sadly we might have well seen the last of the police horses that they come from the palace. But in part 1, guys, we saw 2 new ones, Rupert and Bear, and yes, they actually did name the 2 new horses Rupert and Bear, would you believe? If I hadn't actually met them, I wouldn't have believed it. I wasn't sure if the officer was having me on. Gunner's face is, I can see his nose is very red. Definitely better to be the gatesman, I think, able to move around in this weather. Sitting on the horse for 1 hour without going anywhere. Remarkable though that we haven't had a single incident, not one shout and not one clown in the yard today. Very curious. Really is shiny coat paradise. I'll see which gunner it is that opens the doors to the box, folks. I might risk asking. Here we go again. Look at this. He does that, it makes me jump, and I know he's going to do it already. PTSD for the tourists. Fair play though, eh? Yeah, I was saying I might risk asking the gunner the name of this one. The most chill horse. Yeah, you. Yes. Now he's actually settled down so much, I might be able to get that really clear head-on picture I was trying to get earlier. Yeah, got that. On that horse. Pretty sure the horse doesn't speak Spanish.
Ese caballo más bonito, creo.
The thing is, I'm thinking to myself, which end is the friendly horse going to come back out at? Same end as before, other end, or should I stay here? You've got toys clearing away the rubbish. Some of the toys are kicking the rubbish, like papers and stuff that's on the street, kicking behind the bollards. See, people like to be led by a fine example, myself included. Oh, she's back. Now, I'm thinking this girl might be from Canada. Just a hunch. If he charges any tourists right now, that's going to include me, guys. Okay, little bro is going to brave it. We're really, really close to the changeover. 3 minutes, give or take. I'm actually not going to go into the yard. I'm going to sit this end because I have no idea what sort of response people are going to get if they decide to approach for a picture whilst he's in the box. The Judge Dredd of gunners. annoying because I really do want to go and ask the gunner who's opening the box the name of this horse, but it's just not worth it because one, I lose a spot, and two, she might not tell me. In fact, she probably wouldn't tell me, thinking about it. That's why I put her on the spot, it's not really fair. I bet this trooper gunner, sorry guys, cannot wait to get a cup of tea. His neck has been completely exposed for the hour he's been out here. Please have found out for the change. In fact, if I can, I might grab the opportunity to talk to the gunner after I finish filming. Great to get an idea on this horse. He's trying to tell us his name, but the problem is I can't understand what he's trying to say, folks.
Let's see if we can try it like me. That's right. Tap, 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 tap.
Right, here we go. Good that we didn't choose the yard, folks, because as you can see, a massive school group is just arriving. British school children, look, filing in. And even the gunners having to tell them and their teachers to get back behind the line. Too many people in the yard. Eek. Okay, anyway, through the box, this is what we've got to look at. Oops. Okay, so they're taking the same two spots as they had previously. This gent who's about to enter the box here, we saw in part one in this box, and the same with the other gunner, which is a positive. In a second, I'll go back to the friendly, cheeky horse at the other end. We've been this end long enough, to be quite honest. Here he is, back. This gent we saw in part one being very, very, very firm and taking him to stand back and get out of the box. There's a lot of people here at the front as well. I think the horse might be a bit no traffic. The road is clear. I think he spotted how many people are watching. He was like, nope. Gunner's coming to try and settle him down a little bit. Okay, they're not changing over the gatesman chitsman, curiously. Quite curious, because that means whoever's on now will have had a 2-hour shift when they finish. Oh, how lovely is she, honestly. Look at this. Trying to settle the horse down. Telling her, the horse that is, that the other horses at the other end are not to be scared. Love it. What a cute thing to see, eh? I'm trying to get a good picture because she is super, super, super polite and calm with the horse. You see the horse is nervous. Is it a new one? I don't know, probably. Got lucky, didn't we, guys, actually, in this spot. Oh, wow. The trainer's caught my eye, but I didn't notice his marking. I wonder if he's actually doing a sponsored walk of some kind. I'll try and talk to him if he comes across. I can honestly say that I don't want this guy to get shouted at in the box. In fact, they are doing a changeover in the yard. They just took a bit longer, so look, everyone's flooded over to this side to watch it. Also got to get used to it. But as many of you pointed out, these horses typically spend their time in groups, pulling gun carriages. They don't spend a lot of time alone. Chap is asking the gunner, fairly new. She said yes. Measure myself a little bit so I'm not right in front of the horse because it's not going to help him to settle. If you can't see the road. If I were the stable woman, I'd be scared the horse is going to step on my boots, squash my feet. He's a super cutie, but I'm going to move him a bit before everyone else does. Oh! Because who knows how many people we've missed getting headbutted by the other horse. I know the second that I move, this one's going to go crazy. She's very patient, isn't she, in fact, with him? It's a boy. Gelding. This is more like a horse documentary, but such a cutie, and her patience is absolutely remarkable. Toys come out. Picture, guys. Can you bring the horse out? I'm looking at I keep glancing over my shoulder to the other end. For some reason, very few people at the other end. We're not missing anything, in other words. In fact, this might end up being a training video, folks, depending on how it finishes, if the horse settles or not. I do think if the back doors had been left open, the horsey would already have backed out and quit, so she doesn't get pushed against the side of the box. Still the Taurus, look. I just can't wait for their picture. I see it as being a positive when there's someone wearing camos out and about though, because It's easy for people to realise that it's an active duty barracks. Seems like right, cool. So you've got another 3 minutes, then I'm off. Hands are cold. Oh, so I'm not going to slip. This is the longest time I ever remember seeing any trooper, gunner and camos trying to settle a horse. It's been, what, 10 minutes? The yard, though, weirdly, is completely deserted. Look. Just on the phone to Oates or us, just ordering some lunch for the horse to settle him down. I think they're getting another one ready actually as a replacement. Not because I can overhear what she's saying, it's not my business, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to replace this one. I don't remember if this will be the first quitter in the King's Troop. I think did we not have a quitter on day one? I mean, if he does quit and goes off, the fact that he's been in the box for 15 minutes is a good start if it's the horse's first day. Hands must be freezing. Video Sulky Horse Volume 1. There we go, folks. Called it right. He's off. What a thoroughly lovely human being that gunner is, eh? Who was so patient with a nervous horse. Love it. Magnificent. Okay, let's take our smart opportunity to zoom to the other end. Well, it's relatively empty. I say relatively, I mean it's not completely deserted, but devoid of cameras, folks. But I will keep an eye on the replacement. Plus, from this side, we've got far better perspective over the stable gates. Actually, this is not the horse that was out before. That was friendly engagement with the public. Very friendly and engaging with the public, actually. It's a different one. In fact, I don't think we've seen this one before. Super cute. Look at the light. I'll put you quickly. Another absolute beauty. Look at the camera's beautiful. There we are. Okay, so I'm trying to get the yeah, this one we haven't seen before. Real cute, actually. Well, the second I see the gate opening in the stable that I'll run through, the chief, who I'm pretty sure, even though I got it wrong last time, is a sergeant. Is at the gate. So she was definitely telling them to prepare the replacement. Not the part I was anticipating, folks, at all. But you know what? It's not necessarily a bad thing. Actually, I'm going to take the opportunity, folks, while it's quiet. Oh, that's enough. Hold on. Just got this. 2 more police horses. I thought we'd finish with them. To quickly ask a question about the quitting horse. Can I ask a question, Chief? Was it a new horse that was just unable to settle?
Yeah, just the youngsters. First time on weekend now. Went out last guard during the week.
Yeah, Gunnar was really patient with them. I noticed that.
Yeah, he's a good jockey.
Her hands were like red as well. She was really giving a lot of time to try and settle down. A good thing to see.
Slowly bringing him into it.
I don't know if it's again, I don't want to be impolite. Do you guys ever share any of the names of the King Street horses, or is that just like a no-no?
I don't know. I can ask a question. I'll find out.
I know some like popcorn breeds or a few of them. I was just wondering, that one, real beautiful, that horse.
Yeah, that's a youngster. But
Yeah.
I'll find out about them.
I appreciate it. You sure that's alright?
Oh, yeah, I'll find out.
It's not a problem, but thank you very much. Alright, cheers. Okay, what a lovely guy he is. He's going to find out if they're allowed to share any of the names, folks. Top man, very polite, cautious, rightly so, he doesn't know me. Anyway, here comes the new horse. We're in exactly the right spot at the right time for the new horse. Completely and utterly fortuitous, folks, but yeah, 2 hands on the gate, and here we go. Here's the replacement. Wow, another absolute beauty. Look at this one. Well, this one, it's can't wait to get into the box. Look at the enthusiasm. He's like, yes, I can't wait to be on duty. Fantastic. How quickly he settled as well, eh? This one. Wow, the difference in how happily he trotted into the box. Brilliant thing to see, eh? Hugely different to the other one. Okay, let's leave the NCO alone. He's been very polite and kind to talk to us already. Right, we've got a family in a tuk-tuk being carted along the front, which is kind of cute. The tuk-tuk at the front, complete with Christmas lighting. Okay, now this is interesting because there is a different. This one is wearing a blanket. So what is this, guys? We've got a blanket over different. Is it not? That's what I'm imagining. Actually, it's not different. It's just that it sticks out a bit more than typically. I hadn't noticed that before. King Street Royal Horse Artillery horse blanket. Clearly an experienced horse, this one. Absolutely chill. Look, cool as a cucumber. I'll split the time we have left in this video between the other end and this end. However, having noticed that construction work out the back, it's always good to keep a little bit of time to explore when something is a little different. So let's have a quick wander, guys. I will be back because they started to put, it seems, the base for the stage. Actually, I've just noticed we've got a brilliant new gatesman. I'll show you in a minute. I've seen him before as a chitsman and as an absolutely superb boxman. So here's the construction mode. Also, look at the light. Look at that. Wow. In fact, I'm not going to walk straight out into it because we're going to be blinded. The camera's going to flare massive if I walk out into the direct sunshine. We need to be on this side. There. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. Absolutely magnificent. And yes, they're just putting together what will be seating and a reception area for the dignitaries. For that, as again, I think I said in part 1, I'm pretty sure it's a Bahraini state visit, but again, I'm happy to be corrected, ladies and gents. They're also quickly removing the remaining scaffolding from the old Admiralty building. I don't think it's a coincidence that that they've quickly got that work finished before the state visit, because last week that was an absolute mess. But what a spectacularly beautiful morning, eh? Look at it. I say morning, I mean it's afternoon now. Fantastic. Good to see the Union flag flying as well. Okay, so I mentioned that in part one, but it didn't happen. So we now know the state visit is incoming. Right, replacement Chitsman, Chitswoman in this case, is on this side. And completely left alone, I'm sure he's delighted about that, especially when it comes to doing his rounds, is the magnificent Boxman from earlier this week, who for the first time ever is the gatesman. No idea how he will deal with people who are in his way. That will be the first time we're going to see him, if he decides to do his rounds and emerge to the front. So we'll split our time equally between the two ends. Not that there's a lot of it left, but that I think is a smart approach. This horse is getting a little bit skittish now. Okay, here we are. Boom. It's a pity actually that it wasn't the first horse that was here in part one, because that was the horse that, yes, he did hit the kid in the face by accident, but he was super friendly and engaging with the public. Very, very uniquely friendly horse. This one's a beauty, but not as interested in the tourists. Damn busy here as well, actually, guys. I think he's going to be like this until the end. Oh. Oh.
See, stand there, I'll take a picture.
Oh, well, that's interesting. He asked the gunner, "Can I touch?" And she gave him permission. We definitely caught that. She definitely nodded 100%. So, that, folks, might well settle down this constant debate about why some people are, shall we say, a little bit more firm with enforcement. My guess would be that the order has been, decide for yourselves, gunners, much as it would have been decide for yourself, likely troopers, for H-Cap. I think there are some horses that the NCOs are completely fine with limited interaction, because they know the horse is quite docile, quite chill, very friendly, and there won't be any chance of something going wrong. So my interpretation is going to be that the signage on the wall was primarily for legal purposes, legal disclaimer purposes, after there were several, I wouldn't say injuries, but several serious incidents earlier this year. But that was, I think, one of the only times recently we got somebody asking permission to touch, and permission clearly being granted. Now, there is no way on earth this gunner, and she's not new, she's been here, or was here last year when we were filming, no way on earth she would actively disobey an order. Oh, she just told him to get outside the box. He was a bit friendly actually, I thought he was going to jump on the horse behind her for a second. British guy as well. He just like strolled over. Also, the guy that asked for permission to touch and did touch was not in the box, and the horse was reaching out for him. Not that I'm, suggesting for a moment, guys, that selective people should be allowed to touch. It's none of my business. That's for the army to decide. But it's pretty clear that the troopers and gunners have been given, should we say, a limited degree of discretion. Oh, wait, is the horse actually minding what I'm saying? Look. He is, look. He's repeating it. Everything I'm saying, he's repeating it. The leaves rustling, blowing across the ground. It's super interesting how everyone's now at this end and no one's at the other end. It doesn't make any sense. Oh. There's an Eskimo just arrived. Oh, here's another one. Oh, naughty. Upset then about being told to get out of the box. There we go. Attempt number 2. See, they can enforce, they can be ruthless, they can be consistent with box enforcement. But as I said, it's clear there's discretion in terms of interaction with the horse. Now the only danger, and I know a lot of you are going to be critical of that, of course there is a danger that people think, you know what? I'll touch the horses if I get told off because I've seen other people do it. So, it comes back to this issue of consistency again, I guess. Certainly though, between part 1 earlier on and this part 2, sadly is rapidly drawing to a close, I saw an awful lot of interactions. What's this like? He's doing it again, look. He's like, does this guy ever stop yapping in his videos? Look. Far enough so to get the entire horse. So I'm talking to the video to get the entire horse in the video. Oh. That again. Now, I know that some of the skeptics among you are still going to find some way to criticise this experienced gunner for letting somebody touch her horse. But what can't be disputed is her consistent enforcement of the box. Slightly forced smile, but hey, got the picture in the end. Not stopping today. Absolute consistent influx of tourists and visitors, just non-stop. Bear in mind we will have been here for 2.5 hours by the time this video is finished shortly, which is the longest amount of time I've spent here in a month. should probably try and count actually some of the video, just how many people we do see. I would think we've captured at least 1,000 people in the different interactions with the horses. I think I probably will finish up at the other end. One thing I haven't noticed, which is a bit unfortunate, is how many people have decided to litter the bollards. Look at that, folks. Not very nice, is it, really? But it is what it is, I guess. Right. We're back. The sun also has landed at this end. Hold on. Some jogger just grabbed my rucksack. Now, I mentioned that gatesman, obviously. The second, here he is, doing a superb job, as one would expect, to make way for the Kingsguard. Just shout at somebody.
Kingsguard.
Brilliant. So he's as good on foot as he is on horse. Even this guy's like open mouthed. Look. He's like, did you just see that? I did. He didn't actually shout at anyone to move. It was just a pre-warning to the tourists that were at the front. Nobody got in his way. Not even close. Luckily. Oops. Squeezing ourselves back in, folks. Now, we did see this gunner in part 1 being particularly strict with people entering the box. He's now on a different horse. In fact, his third horse of the day. Yes, you, beautiful. See, just told the mother and daughter behind the white line. Consistency is key. And the King's troop, they're on it, guys, aren't they? Let's be honest. So he preempted the bell actually by doing his rounds. Why if they started doing that because they know, and sometimes I'm as guilty as the rest, they know that a lot of people that are filming do tend to get a little bit closer when they leave the archway. Now obviously that bell typically ringing every 15 minutes gives us a heads up that the gunner is likely to leave. But I've noticed that they've started doing it at absolutely random times. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if that's why. To thwart the timed filming. Again, look, it still hasn't calmed down. Look how many people there are. From that mushy morning when we first started the video to now, where the light is magnificent, I can understand how people are happy to get pictures. Perhaps I'm happy to film them getting pictures. Oh look, it's an entirely bobble-hatted family. They're a bit jokey in the summer about, we're going to have to wait long for the bobble-hats to come back. Hello bro, he's not going to reply. he just points at the white line. So nope, there's a line. Okay, who's next?
No, cuando me acerco.
I do, folks, actually admire so many of the tourists because they see that there's 10, sometimes as many as 25 cameras pointing, not just people filming, but other tourists, visitors, and they still go up knowing they're going to be in dozens of films and pictures and videos. It's extraordinary. But, folks, yesterday, when I was moving a lot of videos to new phone.
Más. Asómese hasta el borde, más.
Move back behind the line.
Ya. Cae para acá, Sí, que más vea esa foto. Hágate esa una
Yesterday, when I was moving some videos from an old phone, I came across one with myself, ladies and gents, posing with a horse with one of my kids. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you when that was. I just said it was a while back. But I do actually have a video of myself posing with the horse when the lifeguards are on, quite a way back. Yeah, I'd actually forgotten about that. And I've also got another video with my best friend here when she was told by the gatesman to get out of the way. Bear in mind this is years before I started filming here. But point being, I've made as many mistakes as anyone else in terms of getting it wrong. Unfortunately, I've learned from them. That was very much unexpected, actually, the lady getting told off there. But Gent gunners are absolutely on it today, and ruthlessly so. We will finish up shortly, ladies and gents, at the other end. I'm actually genuinely surprised that we made it through 2 parts. This part being probably, when it finishes, as long as part 1. Why am I surprised? Because I can't feel my hands. That's why I'm surprised. To give you an idea, guys, look at my fingers, look. How red they are. It's completely red fingers. The joy of 2 hours of filming with a metal gimbal pole. Okay, so we are shooting the Fortnum and Mason Christmas video, ladies and gents, here at Horseguards.
You're the first time here after 20 years.
This is the horse that likes products from Fortnum and Mason. It's starting to feel quite seasonal. Everyone's jolly. Been having mulled wine before coming to Horseguards. It's slowly picked up in the yard, but today has been the quietest yard day I remember, in fact, probably of the year. It's been a super quiet day in the yard. Okay, so we will finish at this end, ladies and gents. No guarantee at all there'll be anyone else in today's video, but we'll see. I know the horse is pretty much being left alone. Will it last? No idea. Oh, now he's going to play up, look. We need 3 more tourists in the video, guys, before I finish part 2. And this was part 2, guys. Part 1 will be linked to in the video description under this video. remarkably, in fact, this is the video that started with Vern Stokes almost getting told to get out of the box, and I'd actually completely forgotten about that. It seems as though it was hours ago. It wasn't. It was less than 1 hour ago. It was like, yep, definitely that. Yes, less than an hour ago. He's really yappy, isn't he? This one. Look, he doesn't stop talking. The horse that is not me. So, here in the King's Troop, we're treated very well. Regularly exercised. Yes. Food is pleasant and positive. Yes. Okay. Horsey, how do you feel about being filmed? Sorry. Nod your head if you're okay with being filmed. Let's see, yes or no. Okay, I think, guys, we will. As we basically spent 0 time in the yard. Oh, this bro. Take a little photo shoot. We'll finish up in the yard. I need to say goodbye to the photographer. Sorry, bro. Having like some sort of tourist group meeting in the middle of the yard. I thought they were going to swarm over towards the gunner. Why on earth can I not get the word trooper out of my head? Extraordinary, folks, that they even leave the guard shop open today. It's been so quiet in the yard for the entire morning. Anyway, we're at the end. Regrettably, ladies and gents. It was a fun day. A hell of a lot happened actually in part 1 and this part as well. These Korean guys are finishing their little photo shoot, and I'll be back. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow. Very heavy rain tomorrow morning. We'll see. If I'm not, I'll be back on Sunday. Either way, back soon, folks. Bye for now.